You're listening to Pink Lady Presents, only on LA Talk Radio.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry. I'm gonna take the town and turn it upside down. I'm gonna live until I die.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Pink Lady Presents It Ain't Over Till You Say It's Over. By the way, I want to tell the audience out there that if you know someone that has a story, or you have a story that you would like to share of lives well lived, please email pinklady7@earthlink.net or call me 818-606-6679. Tell me what your name is, what your story is, or you might have a friend who has a great story to be on our show. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else out there, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. And sitting beside me right now is someone who is so full of life and energy that I'm getting my energy, and you know I have it, from her as well. Dr. Erica Miller, an amazing woman who has moved mountains, and little mountains and big mountains. Hello, Dr. Erica Miller.
Hi, Lady Pink. Is that okay to call you?
I definitely, it's Lady Pink, Pink Lady, Pink. I love it. First of all, I need you to tell me, where did all this start? And I know it started in a rough survival way.
It started when I heard that I'm a little dirty Jew and somehow I have no right to live. And to me, that mantra of this 7-year-old little kid, and on the book is the picture, don't tell me because I'm Jewish I have no right to live. So that kind of fearlessness, that kind of resolve has followed me all my life. In the same thing, don't tell me because I'm a girl I cannot climb trees with the boys.
Right.
Don't tell me I cannot be married, have children, and a profession. So when I had 2 kids and a husband, and I went back to school, and 8 years later I got my PhD, and I ran mental health clinics. And don't tell me that I cannot go up on Mount Everest.
Why not?
And I never brag. I just share.
Good.
Okay, but you can't just leave it there.
Yeah.
Where you were at Mount Everest, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, and I can only tell you it was life affirming.
Wow.
As far as National Geographic expedition, to be part of those youngins.
Yes.
And climbing up, I cannot believe, I know you have my pictures.
We have the picture on the screen.
It's life affirming. And the reason I hoped I could do it, because 2 years ago I was in Machu Picchu, Inca Trail, Cuscus, all by myself again. And it was 11,000 feet. Oh. So I did not know that there's some pills. I went by myself and I did not know. And it was again life affirming. People, younger people, they were fainting, and I was up there on my website. You can see me.
So Machu Picchu is 11,000.
11,000.
How much is Everest?
17,000.
17,000.
So you graduated.
And I can tell you, it makes a big difference.
Yes.
It was rough. So when my darling daughter says, "Mother, you are amazing, crazy," I said, "I don't know about amazing. I know I'm crazy."
Yeah.
But again, it was life affirming. I did not know that the body would hold up. How does one know?
Until you try it.
Until you try it. And I can tell you, my grit, don't tell me I cannot do it, helped me to go to the top with all those. This is the expedition.
Right.
You
All
know?
young people.
And you know what? like I say, I repeat myself, I'm an old person. I'll be 85 in November.
No, hold it. Don't even go there. Don't even go there, Dr. Erica Miller. We'll have a big argument on this camera because I say that you're going to be 85 when?
In November.
In
10th.
November. And I will be 86 years young, and you will be 85 years young. So my birthday's in September. I'm a year older than you. But my point is that you know what? It's not how we age. It's that we want to age with grace, dignity, and that's what you've done. And also perseverance. You're dedicated, you're committed. But tell me something. First of all,
I'm interrupting you rudely.
no, that's okay. It's not rudely. Just do it.
And I'm just with you. Age is a number. I cannot
Correct.
put my arms around me because I know my age, but I am fearless. Don't tell me I cannot do it because I'm an older person.
I don't even, but not only that, even a younger person, you don't have to tell someone of any age that they can't do something because that's the wrong message to get out there. The other thing is, you went from the concentration camp, you migrated with your family to Israel. Now, tell me about that.
Okay, interesting. I have to watch it. Half an hour is a long time, but it's not forever.
It's okay. Don't worry about
I
it.
am an inspirational speaker as an author, and I was the first time at a church on Thursday night at Lutheran Church in Woodland Hills.
Okay.
So when I was there, I said, guess what? That is really novelty. You used to be my enemies. I used to be scared of Christians. I finally found out that Jesus was my cousin. I knew him before you knew him. And again, but coming to Israel, again, from being 4 years in a camp and this and that, it was life affirming again for me. I was the majority. I went in the Israeli Air Force. My friends.
How many years?
2 years.
2 years.
You're supposed to go 2 years, men and women alike, and that's how it should be.
Yes,
With
I agree.
freedom, you have to have a responsibility.
Correct.
But you could get out of it if you got married or if you said that you were Orthodox.
Oh, I did not know that.
None of
Okay.
my friends went. They got married or they said they were Orthodox. And I went, I was in the Israeli Air Force, and I have crushes over those pilots? Oy vey. So yeah, it was life affirming. It empowered me.
Correct.
So again,
Now, how old were you at that time when you were in the Air Force?
in the Air Force, it's like, from about 17 and a half to 19 and a half, 2 years. And then my parents were very worried. I'll never find a husband because I was smart. I went to high school when I came there. Studying was not a goal. It was working the country.
What language did you speak
Hebrew.
when you were Hebrew?
In Israel,
Okay.
Hebrew. My mother tongue is German.
Right.
And then Romanian, Russian, Hebrew.
Your
and
dad
English.
was from Germany also?
Yeah, from Oster, Romania.
Okay.
From now it's Ukraine, one of those
Okay.
places.
Okay.
And let him go to hell.
Oh,
Forgive me.
okay.
Forgive me, audience.
That's another story. Okay.
Forgive me, audience. So yeah, so being the majority, it was absolutely here, and I really believed at that time, not any longer, that all Jews should live in Israel because the country needs us. I don't believe it anymore.
Why?
I think,
I'm curious.
okay,
I'm curious
because
why.
we need to be scattered all over the world as we are in order for us to be part of Tikkun Olam.
Okay.
Tikkun Olam, repair the world.
But to my audience that doesn't understand, what do you mean by kunalam?
Tikkun Olam in Hebrew, and that is the philosophy, is repair the world, be kind to each other, to the world.
Be a part of it,
Be a
not
part
away.
of it.
Okay.
Tikkun,
Okay.
repair,
Right.
uplift.
Right.
That is my MO, always have been. You give, you get back.
Correct.
So again, so that was my experience in Israel. So I just came to visit. And darn it, I saw the opportunity. I always wanted to be a doctor, a real doctor, MD. Because the contorted face, there's a lot, it's all in my book, the stories, seeing in pain. I was 7 years old, and we were hoarded in a little tiny room. It's like monkeys in Bali, I don't know when you were there, hanging together. And here this woman, an old woman, probably 40 or something, all by herself, crying. And that face has haunted me forever. And I felt I wanted to touch her, but my mother held on to me for dear life, and I couldn't.
Well, she was afraid.
So, So again, the opportunity in Israel, the only medical school was in Jerusalem. There was no way. But when I came here, I saw the opportunity.
And where did you come when you came to America?
Los Angeles.
To Los Angeles.
My sister lived here.
Oh, okay.
And I'm speaking about Beshert audience. That means destiny.
There you go.
I
Thank
came
you.
here. I was an old maid of about 23.
Oh, wow.
Well,
23 and you weren't married.
Hey.
You got problems then.
Hey. And here, somebody introduced me, like in the old shtetl, in the old,
In the old hometown. Is what it is.
with this Jewish boy from Independence, Missouri.
Oh, no.
It does not matter now, Jewish or not, but at that time, and he was tall. I needed to have somebody tall because I'm so short.
You're so tiny.
I'm so sure. So destiny had it that it was bingo, and we married. We were married for 53 years. And
Wow.
he died on me 5 years ago.
And how many children do you have?
I have two and 5 grandchildren.
Okay.
And I do not brag, I just share.
Okay.
And how lucky am I, they're all good kids. But you know what? We all need a partner.
Yes.
I'm alone, again, it's okay. I'm a citizen of the world, I don't belong. Even in Israel, I was made fun of by the Sabras, by the Israelis, because I spoke funny. I had an accent.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
but-
surprised at that because they should have understood that people from all over the world, the Jews, came
Should.
with all different accents.
Sure.
I mean,
And you want to hear something else? I
Yes.
dated a Bulgarian, young boy.
right.
And my brother-in-law is Sabra, went to my parents. Don't let her date him. He's a Sephardic. He's a Sephardic Jew. And they are killed for passion. And I thought to myself, we are all Jews here. Not all, some of us.
Right.
What a difference does it make? Boy from Bulgaria. But prejudice will he'll stay forever.
Let me ask you something, Dr. Erica Miller. You're adorable.
My God.
I have to find out, though, when you came here and you went to medical school.
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I went to, clinical psychology.
Okay, and where did you go?
I went to CSUN. I was there for 4 years.
Okay.
And then I went to California School of Professional Psychology in the city, and I got my PhD.
Now, you were married by then.
I was
remember.
married with 2
Okay,
kids.
Right.
And then my husband, he was a loose cannon. He was a professor, but not enough money in teaching.
Okay.
So he bought property, like he liked to play, Monopoly.
We should all have a loose cannon like that
I'm
around.
telling
Hello?
you, he did good. Too bad he's here with me. Maybe not.
No, he's here. He's here. I believe in that.
I went to a psychic. Boy, we don't have time enough. I'll tell you the story what the psychic told me, okay? So, so we were here, and then 10 mental health clinics. So he helped me open up mental health clinic. We went to the unions, Pac Bell, American Airlines, and I have 10 mental health clinic for 30 years, all Los Angeles and Orange County.
And when you say mental health clinics, what degree of mental health are we talking about? I mean, what type of problems do you help in your mental health clinics?
All of the above, but we mainly worked with probation, with the courts, with rehabilitation, domestic violence, anger management, sexual harassment, all that kind of thing. And it's about
Wonderful.
respect.
Yes, it is.
I absolutely commend respect.
Right.
Don't again. So that's what I did for all these years, the founder and the executive director. So I
Sounds
learned how
good.
to do it. And also, because I was trained as a clinical psychologist, I saw people face to face, 3 years, 5 years, because I dig deep. And I'm not going to mention the names. Pretty famous people in Los Angeles, Hollywood. But again, then it came when he died and all that.
Right.
It felt like I don't want to punch a clock. So I stepped down. It was nonprofit.
Okay.
And then I started, books and traveling.
And when did you write your first book? Was it this one?
This was the first
This
one.
was called The Dr. Erica Miller Story from Trauma to Triumph.
Read this too, please.
Her life, well, I'm going to let you read it.
Hey, with my accent and
Hello.
voice. Hi there.
Yeah, it's your book.
And again, I don't brag, really. I only share because I have a voice and I'm history. I'm an antique, okay? Her life from concentration camp prisoner and Israeli Air Force soldier to mental health professional in America. And that was me, little kid before the war, before the mayhem, 4-year-old, and my handsome, tall papa. And
He sounds darling.
you know what? I don't know whether it's appropriate or not, but my daughter wanted to go back to see where the Holocaust was, where the house is still.
Well, I think that would be very good for them to see what you went through.
Yeah, I really did not want to go
Why?
Romania. I don't have good memories from them, but I'm so
I
glad
know.
I listened.
Yes,
Because we
definitely.
went, just her and me.
Good.
And again, I'm very detached. Those are my surviving skills. How
Correct.
lucky
I
am
get- I get
If you
that.
come to me, not anymore, you don't need a therapist. I mean, you're perfect. But it's like it's your problem, not mine. So I'm very detached. So my kids think I'm too much out there, like the elephant in the room.
Okay.
I have a voice. I always say my opinion. So again, she didn't like it. They kind of, mother, you don't always have to say what you think. Huh?
Why not?
But you
So-
do have
But
to
you
say
do.
what you think,
But
because
I
that's
do.
who you are.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
they do. But when I was relating to the guide and her in Romania in front of those trains, cattle trains, it had to be horrendous for a little kid like me to
Yes.
see the shooting and the babies
Oh,
and my
yes,
father on
of
the
course,
ground and all
of
that kind of
course.
thing. And my mother always had her hand over my mouth to not give away where we are.
I
I did
see.
not have a voice when I was little. So no wonder now she said, and tears came in her eyes, now I get you. I know why you have to have such a voice.
There
And
you
I
go.
do.
Now,
I-
are your parents alive, Dr. Miller?
no,
Okay.
you know, we brought them out from Israel. I couldn't bear for them to be all alone with my sister and me here.
Right.
So they lived here, and they died when they were 82, both of them.
Wow.
That was something for survivors.
Yes,
My
very
father
much
smoked
so.
to the end, and my mother
Wow.
had high blood pressure, but we were very lucky to have them, and my kids knew them and all that. And then they died. But at the ripe age for them, at 82,
Sure.
Now, how long were you in the concentration camp?
4 years.
4 years.
From
So you
7
started
7 till 11.
7 to 11.
And I went back at 12 when I went back to Romania.
May I ask you the name of your camp?
Sure, Mogilev. Mogilev, Ukraine. And you know what? I can talk about it. I'm very detached. People are afraid to ask me questions.
No, I'm not. I
But-
think it's fabulous that you can talk about it so
It's-
that people out there will understand that it happened.
Right,
you
because
know.
I can. But I was so busy achieving, empowering, all that kind of thing. I never seeked out other Holocaust survivors.
Okay.
It's not that I'm one of them, but I never met anybody because you have to join an organization. I was just
yes.
too busy. So the first time it really occurred to me was really interesting, introspective. My daughter lives in Agora, Diana, in the temple. So we were there, I don't know, high holidays or something
Right.
else. So the rabbi asked, are there any Holocaust survivors in the audience? And some stood up, and I was sitting there. It's like
Why?
I'm not one of them. No,
Really?
I am so, like I said, detachment does not mean that you
Interesting.
don't. So
Interesting.
my son said, Mother, go up there.
Yeah.
So I looked at them. Okay, so I went. Here I stood on the stage there with all those old people, look at me. And it dawned on me, I am one of them.
That's right.
I am history. It happened.
Right.
Look at me. I'm
That's
not
right.
just a survivor. I strive.
Right.
Don't tell me I cannot do it. It's my mantra. And you know, the most seductive thing is, and you must get it too, all those young people, they seek me out. How
Yes.
seductive is it? They want to get old like me.
Well, they want to emulate the spark of life that you have. It's not a question of getting older. It's a question of looking at someone like yourself and myself and saying, hey, wait a minute, look at those two ladies up there. Each one in their own way survived in different ways, but look at them. They still see life in a positive manner.
Forever.
And that's the key.
Forever.
Because what for someone like yourself could have done, where a lot of Holocaust victims did do, is dig in and never come out.
Okay, case in point, my sister,
There
5
you
years
go.
older,
Okay.
she was beaten down. Her name was Dita, Judy. She was beaten down all her life.
Yeah.
Her family didn't respect her. Her kids used to say, why can't you be more like Auntie Erica? Poor thing. What can I do?
Yeah.
And my mother
She was a
had-
victim.
victim. And my mother had nightmares. The Gestapo were knocking at the door
Yeah.
till the end. So again, but we're speaking about when I lecture and when they ask me, how do you feel about Germans, Nazis?
Okay.
Well, how do I feel about Jews? There's some good ones and
And
some
there's a
not
bad
so
one.
good
There you
ones.
go.
Because again, you don't blame the kids for the sins of the
No.
fathers.
No.
And as much as the brutality of people, kindness of people. I had a relationship, a kind brutality, whatever, with the German Nazi at the camp, at the gate.
Tell us about that.
It's my first crush, if you can call
Okay,
that.
okay.
Here, I was a daredevil. I was curious. In Einstein, I'm not Einstein. Curiosity is a very important thing,
That's
whatever. Very unusual for Jewish people in Romania to have a factory, steel factory. So in Chernobyl,
Oh,
where I was
okay.
born, down below my uncle's was a factory, steel factory. That's why they didn't have to go to the camp. The Germans needed them. And
Steel.
Steel. Steel.
Oh, steel.
Metal.
Okay. I
Steel.
get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steel.
I get it.
So here it was the fire and this, and I was told very clearly, especially my mother, don't go there, don't go into the factory. Guess what?
You
I
went
went
to the
in to
factory.
look. Hiding Didn't work with me. Go ahead, hit me more. I don't care. So when my mother said at the camp, make sure you don't go to the guard. We were a barbed guard. There was a German Nazi, a big bad wolf. Don't go. Huh? Guess what? I snuck in to look at him. Huh? So he grabbed me. Sorry, I don't mean to grab you, but I do. Who? What are you doing here? What's your name? Didn't listen to Mama. Here's going to kill me. Huh? Erica. In a heartbeat, he softened up and he said, I have a little girl at home just like you, Erica.
Wow.
And the softness of his face, and then the monster came again. He pushed me away, threw me a candy bar, and then I went home. I went to my mother. I never told her that. But guess what? Since then, I snuck into them. I waved him. He gave me chocolate. So my point is the kindness of the big bad wolf.
Right.
And I have other experiences. I mean, the atrocities were unimaginable for a 7-year-old kid, 7 to 11. In order to play in the camp, for 4 years, I don't remember trauma. I know we jumped over dead bodies to play with the kids. I know we experimented, each other, the boys and the girls. I know we danced. And I know that had to be a teacher to teach me, because when I got out 4 years later, I knew how to read and write.
Wow.
But I don't have no memories. So my point is the yin and the yang, the good and the bad.
Correct. But what you made of it in your life, you took the bad, you put it here, and you took the good and you made it your life. You could have done the opposite, Dr.
Yes,
Miller.
ma'am.
And what you're saying
Give
is...
me this book. Look
this
me
one.
that.
Don't tell me I can't do it.
This is it. This
And
is
it's
my
true.
mantra. And
There
guess
you go.
what? Everybody that knows now repeats it. Okay, don't tell me I cannot do it. Don't give me that. It's like living audaciously in the here and now. Audaciously. Chutzpah.
Right, there you go. Well, chutzpah means pretty pushy gall, you know what I'm saying? But with good intent. But with good intent. Your children, you tell me that, like your daughter said to you, Mom, I mean, why are you saying this? And I mean, you shouldn't say that. I mean, how are they? How is their characters? I mean, you brought them up.
They're more like their father, really good citizen, good people.
Okay.
They are.
You're more the outward.
Oh, are you kidding me? I don't know that I would want my mother. My mother was very more like them.
Okay.
It's like, again, I'm a tough act to follow, and it's very hard because I don't want to hear complaints. Unless you're dying, you go to school. Huh?
Right, exactly.
And their father, the boy from Independence, Missouri, okay, maybe, yeah. So there was a challenge for Diana especially to be between unconditional papa. Right. She adored him. She still cries when it comes Father's Day. And then the witch, because first you eat whatever, a cookie maybe. I don't know where I got it from. There was no cookies, nothing. Carrot sticks, whatever, lunches. Then he used to go to 7-Eleven and buy them junk food.
Well, you just said the yin and the yang in life. There's always the good cop and the bad cop, or the good one. And you know what? But you worked. 53 years it had to have worked, Dr. Erica.
It was a good partner. And, funny man. And he was not deep philosopher.
Right.
We could not talk deep, big deal. So, I talked with others deep. But again, we made a good family, and the kids and the grandkids, they're all hard workers. And I'm lucky to have them in my life because they're the icing of the cake of my life. I never thought I needed a man. I never thought I wanted children or grandchildren. But life has given me oodles, and it's not going to stop my adventure till the end of my days.
And you're only 85 years young in November.
And I'm going to Israel to celebrate.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends out there, life is what you make it. You and I both know that, Dr. Erica Miller. I survived losing a husband with 3 children at 25.
Nice.
And then without an education. So what do? You get up, you get out, just like you did, and you get a life. And we all have something in our lives that we do in order to survive. You survived the very worst, what we can say, what we've heard from everyone that I've talked to about the Holocaust, but you did it in a way that kept you and your family going and alive. And you did, and then you continued to do. you got your PhD, you made a life for yourself, you built your family, and look at you now.
And I still do. Now I travel. I'm an international bestseller. It's crazy.
And
I now
chronologically gifted, aging with gusto. Yes.
Okay, and below here, a practical guide for healthy living to age 123. Me, little girl and I lived in Transylvania, Dracula. Dracula was my cousin. Don't mess with me, California. For me, little me, we didn't have an outhouse. To be able now to be recognized as an authority, never, you are bigger authority than me, whatever, doesn't matter, we're fine, both of us.
Correct.
To be engaged, and I have engagement already in Canada, books that they buy through Amazon from Japan and Australia.
Because
crazy.
your story. No, it's not crazy. It's
Okay,
because
so
your
the
story.
big question is, last week, Mount Everest, what's coming up in 2019? What's going to be the highlight that you're going to accomplish next year?
Okay, I'm still this year, forgive me.
Okay, this year's okay too, but I'm looking for next year.
Okay, no, it's all,
Okay.
you must listen to me.
I'm
sorry.
happy to listen to you.
In August, I'm going to go to New Zealand in Fiji and climbing a whole day again with my granddaughter. She graduated, and she and her friend want to be with me. Crazy. Why would they want to be with the puppy?
Don't go there. I think it's
I
fabulous.
better not.
Okay.
I think it's fabulous.
That's Fiji, okay.
And then again, we're speaking the end of August, beginning of September, I'm going to Japan. Okay. And then in November, I'm going to go with APAC as a senator member. I'm going to go to Israel for 2 weeks. And then in December, I'm going to go with the whole family to Vietnam and Cambodia.
Good girl.
So this is this year.
But you see what you're doing? You're moving. You're constantly on the move. You're not stopping. You're not taking time to think about anything. You're going on with new adventures. My dear friends, I think today has been an uplifting story for all of you out there, because it's like I say, it is not over until you say it's over, because we're not going to say it's over. Thank you,
I
Dr.
agree.
Erica.
Oh, my
God bless
gosh.
you.
And don't tell them they can't do it. Don't even think about it.
Don't even go there. We will be right back. Thank you.
I'll be back.
I believe it is not the breaths we take in life that count. It's what we do with the breaths we take. And I should know. 84 years young. Today on this stage, you will see talented performers all over the age of 60.
Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum.
Money! You got lots of friends hanging around that door.
I'm gonna live and live now, 'cause everything's coming up rosy.
Then your fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing.
Dear, with your lips to mine, of rhapsody divine, zing went the strings of my heart.
To reach the unreachable stars.
But I've got to do it all in 3 minutes or less. How about maybe ragtime? How about boogie woogie?
Woo! Darling, let's dance. Let the music take us. The blues ain't gonna break us. We won't give it no chance.
Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
You've treated me so kind. I'm about to lose my mind. You made me so very happy.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
To reach the unreachable star.
We are honored in so many ways to have Tommy Lasorda in our lives.
It was good to see the youngsters performing up there.
Miss Ann Margaret.
Senior Star Power Lifetime Achievement Award, Mr. Tony Orlando.
Hit it, my boy. Let's see what we get here. Come on, you know it. Let's do it together. You ready? Now the whole place is cheering, 'cause they can't believe what they see.
We are back, and we are back with a very charming, wonderful lady who I absolutely adore, Ms. Lori Donato, whose motto is never too late to bloom. We look like two blooming flowers
Yes,
over
I think
here.
so. I love
Pink
the
and then
colors.
the beautiful turquoise blue there. Lori, tell me something about your life as a vocalist, pianist, lovely lady.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it all started when I was very young, and I had dreams of being a singer and being in the music business. My parents always told me, no,
Oh,
you
really?
can never do that. You got to, especially when I was getting educated, working on in college to major in theater and music.
Okay.
And my parents said, "Oh, you'll never be able to do this. You better be able to get a job when you're
Really?
out
So they
of-"
didn't like you in the business at all?
Well, they wanted me to be able to make a living, which was a big deal.
Yeah, you're right. It is kind of hard in our business. You got it. Okay.
But fortunately for me, I've had 3 or 4 careers, and I keep trying to reinvent myself.
Okay, like what was the first career?
Well, I taught high school theater arts and music in Los Angeles for 10 years, directed all the plays and musicals.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, and then after 10 years, I thought, if I don't move on from this situation, I'll never be able to.
Right.
I need to move on So I landed a job through a friend working for Jascha Heifetz, the very world-famous violinist,
wow, okay.
as his personal assistant. And
Like what type of things did you do?
well, my first job was he had fired all his staff, so I had to find a new gardener. I had to find a new cook, someone to care for the house. And I didn't know anything, but I was just calling people all the time trying to find out, okay, what's
This is for Mr. Heifetz. I need
and a wonderful man and so talented. And
Now, did he know that you also sang and played the piano?
He did, but that wasn't the kind of relationship we had. He knew, he was aware, but no, I didn't ever work with him other than to admire his playing when he would practice in the house,
And how long were you with him?
I was there about 6 months, but I thought it was a lifetime worth of experiences.
Well, yeah, did you meet a lot of people that he knew?
Yes, because one of the things I had to do was be hostess for his parties.
Oh,
and,
wow, I love that idea.
So it was a lot of things in one job, but it was great.
And then what did you do?
Well, I ended up, I went to work on cruise ships. Actually, I got a job.
Which one?
I was working for Prudential Grace.
What is that?
Well, it became Delta, but Prudential Grace was an East Coast line. They had 4 passenger cargo liners that went to South America.
Oh, wow.
And I got a summer job to go to be the purser's assistant, social director. And I did one trip to South America, 2 months, came back, and I was hooked. And I said, okay.
Who wouldn't be?
I'm gonna go move forward. So anyway, I got hired basically to manage the gift shops for the company, but I also got to sing in the shows for fun. That's
there
what
you go.
kind of that started
off
right. Yeah, very late, but that's why I always say I'm a late bloomer, but it's never too late.
No, it is never too late. And how long did you do the cruise ships?
2 years.
2 years.
Yes, off and on. I take two-month trips at a time, and then it was
that was really hard work.
Yes, living at sea. Yes.
I mean,
having
everyone would like to have a job like that. And then where did you go?
Well, I decided. I was sitting on the deck one day, and I decided if I didn't go for my dream, I would never do it.
And what was your dream?
To be a singer and working in the business. Right. So I ended up, I started taking a lot of voice lessons and workshops and learning material. And I'd go out to sing in places where you could do them those days. You know, you could sit in and work with a trio. And so I had to get...
It's almost like an open mic type of thing.
Yeah, not exactly. It was a little bit, you know, you had to kind of be invited. Okay. I mean, those days, you know, Stevie Wonder was having these big events over at the Playboy Club. Right. And you could get up and sing and those kind, you know. So it was those kind of opportunities. Then I was working as a cocktail waitress in one of the clubs, and the pianist let me sing with him. Okay. So I started getting practice doing that, la la la. And
I give you credit. I mean, you've had so many different aspects of this journey. I
mean,
really.
Yes, and it ain't over.
No, it ain't. It definitely ain't over. Now, something about a country that I've never been that I really want to go someday is Zurich, Switzerland. Now, tell me about that experience.
Well, I ended up, a friend of a friend recommended me to this woman who owned a hotel in Zurich, and I started working in the business as a singer pianist, and she ended up hiring me for a 1-month contract to go to Zurich.
Now, do you speak any other language?
Well, not really fluently. I sing a few things in different, like maybe a little French or, you know, whatever. But anyway, she hired me to do a month, because that's how long the contracts were. Okay. So I ended up being there a month, and it was a huge success. And then I got a phone call from the same friend who said, well, we're booking Sweden, and we have a 3-month tour, 5-star hotels. So that kind of set my career off in Europe.
Now, I just want to interrupt for a minute. Yeah. So you would go in, you'd be like the pianist in like the dining room, or like the living room, so to speak, in the hotel.
It depended on what. Some of the hotels had their own like clubs within the club. Okay. But sometimes it was a lobby job. You know, we play. I ended up working at the Grand Hotel in Sweden, Stockholm, right? And that was you know, there were very elegant places, you know, with people.
Sounds fabulous. And then I have to ask you about a lady that during your journey, so to speak, that you've worked with is Marilyn May. You got to tell the audience about Marilyn May. She is fabulous.
She is still fabulous.
How young?
She's 90.
Yeah.
And I just did a tribute show for her at the Purple Room in Palm Springs to celebrate her 90th birthday.
And she's a singer.
She's a recording artist. Love it. She holds the world's record for being on the Johnny Carson show 76 times.
Oh my.
She was discovered by Steve Allen and Ed McMahon. They heard her in clubs, and they took her to Johnny, and that opened up a whole world for her.
And then you also, I mean, these people that you're connected with, one of my favorites in the whole world, Carol Channing.
Yes.
I mean, but you work with her in raising funds for the arts for schools. They cut out the arts.
Yes.
And then she's raising the money for schools all over the country.
Yes, and that at a time, they even had a bill in Congress, and when husband Harry was still alive. So she was getting her star on the Walk of Fame in Palm Springs, and I was playing the reception, and she got up and sang with me. And then she loved the way I played for her, so I ended up accompanying her and doing all these fundraisers around town, you know, out of town to raise money for art.
And how young is Carol Channing?
She is 97 now.
That's all.
All.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't over. I should have a mantra like a flashing light in the back. Exactly. It ain't over till you say it's over. But it's true.
It is.
And she's still an icon.
Yes.
I mean, she just is. Speaking of icons, we, our audience and us, we would like to hear you play us a tune with your lovely voice.
Okay.
Okay?
I'd love to do that.
Lori Donato, singer, songwriter. Lori, I first met when she was my musical director for the last show, if you remember, We Are America. And she did a fabulous job. Lori, it's all yours, babe.
Okay. I love the East, I love the West, the North, the South, they're both the best. I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks and what is more. With you there, there'd never be a bore. We love being here with you. Singing in the shower, laughing by the hour. Life is such a breezy game. Love all kinds of weather, long as we're together. I love to hear you say my name. I love good wine, fine cuisine, candlelight, you know the scene. Folks, if you know what I mean, I love being here with you. I love the looks of Tom Cruise, Newman's eyes, and Ray Charles blues. But one thing I'm gonna give you the news is that I love being here with you. Brad Pitt to Dardenne, his looks blow me away. One more thing I've got to say, love being here with you. Basie's band is swinging, I like Ella singing. They got a way, you know. They know how to play it, they know how to say it. They wind it up and let it go. I love the lights, Las Vegas show. I love to kiss my baby's toes. One more thing before I close. I love being here with you, yeah. I love being here with you. I love being here with you. And that's the truth. Well, this is kind of, I picked a few contrasting things. And this song was written by Reba McEntire. It was a popular country rock tune, you know, many, many years ago, but I can tell you a secret, it's kind of the story of what my marriage was like. Done in a fun way. Well, I'm walking to the kitchen, the silverware is gone, furniture is missing, I guess you got it all. This is where it ought to hurt. It seems like every time you leave me, you try to think of something worse, and I can't even get the blues no more. I try to worry like I did before, but nothing happens when I walk the floor. So what am I supposed to do? I toss and turn, but then I fall asleep. I'm going under, but it ain't too deep. You try to hurt me, but it ain't no use. I can't even get the blues. Now this time ain't no different, no sun up in the sky. Sitting on the back porch, the clouds are rolling by. This is where it ought to rain, but it doesn't really matter. Pretty soon it's all the same, and I can't even get the blues no more. I try to worry like I did before, but nothing happens when I walk the floor. So what am I supposed to do? I toss and turn, but then I fall asleep. I'm going under, but it ain't too deep. You try to hurt me, but you can't do it. I can't even get the blues.
Love it. You are a beauty. I tell you, this business of never too late to bloom, you know what? You are so, so right. I mean, you just are. I understand that you also entertain for our veterans.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that, please?
Yes, I something I wanted to do to give back to the community, and I had made a couple of phone calls, a while back to see how I could get in, and of course Dove helped me.
Good.
And I went over and started volunteering over there.
Great.
And it really touched my heart because it's so lovely to be able to see that you reach people that really appreciate it, who need it.
Right.
So the last time I went over to volunteer, Vince Oliver, who is one of the music therapists there, hired me. So now I'm on the schedule regularly.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that yesterday I spoke with Barbara De La Garza, who is the administrative assistant to the director, Julian Manilow, and she's been getting tremendous comments and reviews from the 350 or so residents that they heard about it, then they started coming, then they started telling their friends, you have to go see Lori Donato. So on behalf of all of our veterans, thank you.
Thank you.
You have improved and uplifted their lives.
Well, it's an honor, and I'm looking forward to going back, and I'm on the schedule for the next
And if that's not enough for this young lady, you can see her at Oil Can Harry's in Studio City in the San Fernando Valley here in California. Will you tell us when you do Oil Can Harry's?
Well, we're there the second and fourth Sundays of the month, and it's from 5 till 9. And we have a host, I have a band, I play piano, but I sometimes have guest pianists. I have guest singers, featured guests. I have a bass player, a drummer, and a wonderful vibraphone. So it's a full band. And it's kind of a jam session for singers, and it's a great place for people who want to try out material.
Oh, that's what I mean. So it is like an open mic, that type of thing.
Yeah, I always kind of like to say it's not exactly an open mic. We're a little more selective, but yes. And people are welcome to come and bring their charts or, wing it if they want to wing it with me. And I love to play for singers. I love accompanying people. So.
But you see, not only does she enjoy what she does, she honestly gets, I would say, a feeling that she's doing something for the whole community. Because Oil Can Harry's, to the veterans, to Marilyn May, to Carol Channing. I mean, you are going in a wide circle of fabulous people.
And in 2016, she was involved as a musical coach and director for America Salutes Our Veterans at the Wadsworth Theater. 1,300 seats sold out.
Fabulous coach. And by the way,
this last year, We Are America at the Madrid Theater.
If you need help, and I'm going to say this, I know she's not, I am. If you need help with your voice lessons and you want them, and you think that you want to have a career in vocal entertainment, this lady right here is the one to go to. Lori Donato. You can email me at pinklady7@earthlink.net. Please, Lori Donato, my number one darling friend, great teacher, has wonderful workshops. We are out of time. I don't believe this. I thank everyone.
Another minute.
We have another minute. Okay. Lori, what do you do when you get someone in front of you that wants to learn? I mean, in a minute.
Well, I first of all, put them on the microphone. I teach them how to use the mic. I have them do focus sheets, acting exercises applied to the song. We work on finding their keys, and I put the tracks piano tracks into their keys.
Listen to this.
So this is there's a full list of services that I offer.
Right.
For whatever, but I like to individualize it.
Right.
But I offer a lot of different slices of the business.
Beside Oil Can Harry's, where will you be appearing next, and are you going to be in Palm Springs?
I'm probably not in the near future, but I am. I've got a show that we just did last night at Viva Cantina called Girls Night Out.
Oh, I like that.
So
when are you doing that again?
We'll be back at the end of August.
Okay, will you let me know?
Yes.
Okay, so we will let every one of you know to go to either Oil Can Harry's or Viva Cantina. God bless you all. Thank you for watching us. And I am again so proud to this, for me, the best years of my life. You're making it happen. Love you, Lori.
Love you
Thank
too.
you.
Thank
God
you.
bless everybody.
You're alive.